Love this game.
All right, so listen, we're back live now. Um, StreamYard completely like kicked out.
I'm sorry if you heard that, but I'm laughing because Kate in the background is playing Dragon Age for the very first time.
Oh my god.
She picked a dwarf as a character.
Okay.
So it's cool because I haven't played this game in years. I love this game series.
We're, yeah.
But
Well, I
yeah,
mean, we are on air.
yeah, I know, I know.
Okay.
I just
Gotcha.
figured
Okay.
that's not why
But
we lost connection. We don't know why we lost connection. We do
no,
apologize.
StreamYard did not kick out at 3. So it ended for some reason, and I don't know why. But it completely dropped us out. Like we all of a sudden the stream ended and we're all backstage like what the fuck. So here we are, round 2, part 2. Okay, we're gonna finish the show off now. Guys, thanks for tuning back in. I hope everybody catches up. Yeah, StreamYard just completely shit the bed for us. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and bring on our guest. Welcome at this time from AIWF. Welcome to the show, Mr. Matt Classic. How you doing, sir?
Good. How y'all doing, guys?
Doing great. Glad to have
If
you on.
this-
Sorry about the technical difficulties there.
Oh, it's all good. It's the technology age, guys.
If this program would work any better, I think it would be, upgraded to being a soup sandwich.
Womp womp.
You ever
No-
tried
no
to eat a
reaction.
soup sandwich? It's a mess. This thing's a mess. That's what I'm getting at.
Your
I
joke
swear.
is a mess. Your humor is a
Dude,
mess.
well,
Terrible.
that joke works really well for people who were like, I guess, in the service because it's something that they said. Because that's where I heard it was on base. I wasn't in the service.
I heard it as a server.
Oh, you heard it as a server. Okay, well that makes sense. But anyway, Mr. Classic, man, look. So talk to us about AIWF. What is going on with AIWF?
Well, AIWF is the largest global sanctioning body and alliance in pro wrestling today. It was established in 1992 here in the Carolinas region. But since 2008, it's been a sanctioning body, and we currently have 140 promotions in 45 countries and fighting champions around the globe.
And growing.
Wow.
And growing.
Always growing every day.
And what would you say your position? I know we talked a little bit, but the fans haven't heard it. What exactly is your position at AIWF? You said you had a special
Well,
role.
my official position is I am the executive director of AIWF, which means I do all the office work, all the admin work, make decisions, have a good time.
Okay. So you guys have streaming out, you have titles being defended everywhere, and you've got all these different companies. How do you manage something like that?
I'm good at my job. What can I say?
Okay.
I like this guy.
Okay.
He's a Renaissance man.
I'm not hearing anything I don't like, so there's that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess with that many countries and promotions involved, how do you streamline a process to get everybody's content moving?
I mean, you have to work with everybody, and certain people are going to work better than others. Unfortunately, that's life. That's being a management, but also I have a language barrier problem at times. Google Translate is your best friend. I have several partners that speak zero English whatsoever. But and also have regional heads, and that's helped immensely.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's awesome. Well, if you need somebody to be Spanish translator, I know a guy. So I got you. If you ever need somebody to speak Spanish for you.
Yeah, we do great down in Mexico. We have a wonderful partnership with IWRG right now. That's where our Latin American title is with Bengalis, formerly of CMLL. We also have a great relationships all throughout South America. So I mean, we're killing it in the Latin market.
No, and that's a big market that a lot of people aren't aware of, and like the fact that you're one of the biggest territories. Actually, I've started to see you guys have a lot of reach in the Latino market, and I find it amazing. That's really, really cool. And you get that's getting more eyes on you. Because the Latino fans are crazy, man. They
Mexico City is our largest fan base on our social media. We have over 500 likes from Mexico City alone.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's crazy. It's like a religion, pretty much. It's pretty much what it is. So that's awesome. The fact that you guys have that kind of reach. It says a lot about the product and about the just their territories that you guys have and who you work with. I don't know, like Ron said, I don't know how you guys you must have like a system so that you have different heads, but that is a lot to kind of keep an eye on and work with. So there's a lot of moving pieces.
There's always something going on. There's no lack of excitement.
That's awesome. And this is what you do like 24/7. This is your job pretty much, correct?
It's not my job, but I mean, it's what I do. It takes a lot of my time up. Let's put it that way.
Okay, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Wow, dude, I have a hard enough time juggling the couple of promotions I work for.
Well, funny story. People used to not think I was real. They thought I was composite. They think I was a character. They didn't think I was a real person.
I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people. Because I came to a couple of shows, I'm like, "Who's Matt?" I swear I've met him before, and I have. We met a couple of times before prior to me showing up, and it was just kind of crazy that I was like asking, where is he? Oh, he's over there, and I thought I was getting ribbed there for a second. No, you're real.
Yeah.
Well, you also mentioned, I think it was while we were off air recently, Kevin Phoenix performed from AIWF. He defended your television title, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah. He defended the television title at the Battle of the Belt in Matthews. I think it was in Matthews, right? Yeah, the Matthews Battle of the Belt for XWW.
Yeah.
There was a ton of title belts and everything else on the line there. I think Whiskey Business walked out with 5 belts each on each guy.
Wow.
Probably. I just had one half of them at the anniversary show. He took on Michael Elgin.
Oh, nice. Who was that? Was it Johnny Ryder or Braden?
The other one. Braden.
Gotcha. Yeah. How did that go?
A good match. It's on YouTube right now on the AIWF network. If anyone wants to see it, free of charge.
We'll have to check into that. Very cool. So AIWF on YouTube. Got it. I'll have to add that.
Their catalog is huge, man. It's over 400 videos at this point?
God, it's humongous and it's growing every day. We've added a lot of shows. We're adding podcasts, guys. We're doing well.
Well, we can definitely have a discussion about that off air.
Yeah. So I may have opened the door there a little bit.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, look. There's a reason I promoted you, so it is what it is. Let's see here, but Kevin Phoenix went up against Chief Django, Tommy Django. That match was insane. I think Kevin won that by DQ, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, Kevin, he's a very entertaining guy. I mean, he's currently the Black Richard Simmons of pro wrestling today. So.
Yes.
Phoenix Power all the way. Buy your bottle today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was there, and then he was at the Matthews Cup, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
He's getting around. He's getting.
He's about to tour Europe coming up at next month. He's going to be in Europe for 2 to 3 months. He's already got defenses in Portugal and the United Kingdom, as well as I believe Germany.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's great for him. Like he's one of those talents that just for some reason he was underrated, but he has the charisma, he has the work ethic, he has the look, he has that it power.
And we're no strangers to Kevin. Kevin's been a former AIWF world champion as well as a former cruiserweight champion. When he was a little skinnier, he might be back to that weight with that Phoenix Power now, but we'll see.
Yeah, the guy's he's a hell of a
He's a workhorse. He's just a regiment.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
Definitely. Now, with all these promotions popping up everywhere, and you got to know what I'm talking about. There's promotions popping up everywhere, especially we're at the end of tax season and the money's getting ready to run out, so some of them might be folding here soon. But with all these promotions, if let's say a promotion wanted to get in touch with you to do business, what would they need to do?
They need to not be a dumbass, number one. Number two, I'm not going to take somebody that just ran one show or they've never ran a show. I want to see at least a history of shows. And I'm the CIA of pro wrestling, guys. I mean, I know everybody. So, I mean, I'm going to hear about you. and I'm going to find out about you. So, but we're looking for guys that they have a history of running. They try to put on the best product. Some shows are better than others, and opinion is speculative. I mean, let's just be honest. But we try to do our best, and we try to work with people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Opinions vary too, because wrestling is a table full of different entrees to eat. There's different flavors for different folks. Not everybody likes pasta. Not everybody likes pizza.
I mean, like I say, it's the circus. I mean, you don't want to see all the acrobats. You want to see the acrobats. You want to see the elephant show. You want to see the clowns.
The strongmen, the clowns, yeah.
So, I mean, that's how I view pro wrestling. And, we just try to promote our brand and the people associated with our brand and their own organizations accordingly. And I think we've obviously did a good job since we've been doing it since 1992. And we're the largest by far. I mean, I know Billy brought it back, but hey, he saw the value in doing it, and that's cool.
That's awesome. Well, I have to ask, like, what's your history? Because I mean, you've been with the business with ID. Well, how long have you been in the wrestling business, for one?
Wrestling business, I think I'm at about 21 years now, 21 range.
Mm-hmm.
I learned from the legend himself, Mr. Jay Eagle. He's a wonderful guy to learn from, and he's a wonderful character. But I've been with AIWF for the past 17 years. In various roles, I've been in my current position for about the past 13 years. So,
wow. And how did you start off? Like, what was your foot in the door? Like,
with the AIWF, actually, I was working for a promotion, and they joined the AIWF, and me and President Dean Puckett, we made a very good connection, I guess you could say, and that's how I've got to my current position. And it's going good. I feel like we're in a very good place over here, so can't complain.
Right.
That's awesome. And what got you in the wrestling business? What was your aha moment?
I love it. I mean, I love it. And honestly, one of my friends started training, and that school kind of wasn't the best experience. But I'd been at Chief Jay Eagles previous when I was younger, and that's why I went. It wasn't, or it's like 30 minutes from my house at the time. So I went down there and I learned. And they're still running today. APW is like one of the longest running promotions. They run every Friday night in Bowling Springs, South Carolina today.
Oh yeah, AJ Frost runs it now.
Yep.
I'm like 15 minutes, 20 minutes from the building myself. So
yeah, great people. They're great partners with us at AIWF Wrestling. We just had our shoot fight title change hands down there, and we also had the women's title defended.
Right. I'm trying to think who challenged. Was it? Damn it! What is that girl's name?
It was Lindsay, wasn't it? I believe it was Lindsay, wasn't it?
Was it Lindsay challenge? I think you're right. I couldn't remember because I'm not real familiar with her. I think she's kind of new.
Yeah, she's been around maybe 6 months, I would say. She's out of their school at APW. Right. Clara, she was trained by Tom Pritchard, who you mentioned earlier, at the JPWA Academy. She's a great talent. She lives, up in the Winston-Salem area. I'm not going to tell you where she lives because there's stalkers out there. But
yeah.
And her husband will probably rip your head off.
Yeah, Jack was our fighting champion. Yeah, he's a tough hombre. He's only been going about 4 years, and he's accomplished a lot. He's about to go over to Japan for a huge tour, and I'm very proud of him. And I can't put him over enough. But Victor Andrews took him out and won the shoot fighting belt. But Vic's a tough guy himself. He's got, I believe, 8 championship belts, and he's been wrestling 20 years. So
we had him on. We had him on last week.
Last week.
He was awesome.
Great talent, and the fact that you had those two go at it, I bet they had a lot of fun, just kind of beating the crap out of each other, really going in. Because both of those guys are some heavy hitters.
Yeah, it was a great match. I mean, I didn't see it live. I saw it on film, and I was very impressed. And I know the office over at APW, they gave me kudos for it, and they're actually working on bringing all those talents back. So,
awesome,
definitely. I'm not surprised with that. I talked to AJ and a couple of the other ones over there pretty regularly. We're all in the area. We're all in the same. We're all in the same boat here. So you're going to cross paths. You're going to see talent from one show to the next. It's just how it goes. But yeah, it was Lindsay and Clara. I remember seeing Clara 2 years ago in North Carolina, a year ago. I can't remember.
Yeah,
If it was a year or 2
she's
years
been
ago.
working for us at AIWF Mid Atlantic, and she also works for my pals Tracy and Brian at AML because she trains over there.
Right. I think she did a show for Gary up there at High Velocity at one point too.
Oh,
Not
Gary, I
100%.
know Viper.
Yeah, Viper. Yep.
Former AIWF North America champion. I mean, HVW was a good thing. I mean, I hate how it ended, but you know, hey, what it is.
Right. Right.
Like you said, you just said earlier, you're the CIA, like you know everybody, like you
know everybody and everything going on. Trust me.
That's awesome,
man. God, well, just knowing some of the people that you know, I'm guaranteeing you some of the shit. If you've heard anything about me, we just need to figure out what was real and what wasn't real. We just
that's wrestling. I mean, you never know.
Hey, it is what it is. Just by judging some of the names you've named, I guarantee you, if they've mentioned me, it wasn't good. Oh man. It all goes back to a handshake.
Yeah, handshakes. Yep, respect. I was gonna say, any you have a lot coming up, man. You have a big show coming up as well. Anything you want to plug or anything you're excited to talk about? Like the platform is yours. This is your time to shine, man. You have any chisme, any tea to drop, any surprises to drop, anything that you want the fans to know about you, AIWF. Now is your time to kind of drop that bomb.
I mean, I think the biggest news in the AIWF in the past week was we had Randy Orton at SICW in St. Louis at the big Fan Fest event, which sold out several thousand people. Herb Simmons has been promoting over there for 40 years. The great Herb Simmons. But Bob Orton Jr. got inducted into the St. Louis Hall of Fame. I mean, it was wonderful. And Randy Orton's brother is funny. Check out Nathan Orton. He's a comedian. He's funny as hell.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I will have to check into that. I like a good comedian anyway. I like good stand-up comedy, but it's got to be like good stand-up. I don't want to see Jeff Dunham anymore. I saw him live once. I'm good, but you know, give me something raunchy like Carlos Mencia, you know, or you know, bless the man himself, freaking Bob Saget. You know, I love Bob Saget stand-up.
Yeah, Bob's hilarious. I'm good friends with Bob Saget's friend that he did the video with, Stu Stone, who's a famous actor and comedian out of Hollywood.
What the? See, he's just proving his point, Mr. CIA everywhere.
Just know everybody. That's all I can say.
Oh man, so you definitely got the connections, man. You're definitely the person to reach out to for anything.
Oh yeah, I've definitely sent you some guests. They should be coming. Let me check my watch, but yeah. I just send out a big list of stuff to guys every day. I just try to help guys. I mean, look, I don't need the money. I just do this for fun, and you know, I enjoy it. And yeah, even myself, I'm training for one last match right now, so we'll see how that goes.
That's awesome. Any idea who the opponent is or when that's going to be?
We got an idea. That's all I can say.
All right,
you got an idea.
But
win.
But I'm training, and you know, I'm going to go visit some other places that train. And like I said, I got thousands of friends in wrestling to go train with. So I mean, I'm going to go around the country, and I'm going to get ready for whoever's butt I'm going to whoop.
Right.
That's awesome. Actually, we got a comment here from the president himself.
Max Carnage chimed in saying hello, and Phil Stamper,
the president of
Matt
indie wrestling,
is wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Phil's awesome. I've known Phil for like 15 years. He learned under Cue Ball, I feel like. Great mentor there. And Phil's one of the most intelligent men in pro wrestling today.
Mm-hmm.
The indie wrestling calendar is like a labor of love. I mean,
yeah,
that's best for anybody, I'm telling you.
Yeah, shout out to Phil for that. Thank you. He has a whole database of wrestling shows that happen in and around the area and where
every week.
Every week he updates that thing like every week. It's crazy. It's a huge database.
He wants to know if he can come stretch you.
Oh yeah, I might wrestle Phil. I don't mind wrestling Phil. You know, crazy fact about Phil Stamper, he has the worst record in AIWF Crazy 8 history, 0-2.
Okay. 0-2.
0-2. The Crazy 8's are annual cruiserweight tournament. We have our next edition coming up July 19th in Madison, Indiana at Supreme Wrestling at their wonderful building. They run every week, every Saturday, but they're having a special Friday edition. And they're going to have the 14th, I believe, AIWF Crazy 8 tournament coming up July 19th.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've been at a couple of shows. I actually made my debut. I think it was one of your anniversary shows, but I was part of a battle royal. Didn't make it all the way. That sucked, but it was fun.
I mean, the battle royal is the annual tradition. I mean, and I've had some of the biggest damn battle royals in the wrestling business. I'll say.
You talking about that one?
No, that was my debut when I was like my first match. Like I was doing some training, and so they like, hey, look, go out there and learn and see what you can do. No, I was managing Natalina Corvino at the time, and you guys had like a special show going on. I think the match she had was against Su Young, I think. If I can remember correctly, it was a triple threat. No, it was her seeing somebody else. But no, that you guys put on an amazing show, and just you had like a big memorial show as well. So it's
every cool. year we have our convention number 33 set for March of next year. We always have them out there in North Carolina because that is where AWF was born. But we always have a big battle royal, and you never know what you're going to get in that match.
No, it could be anybody. It's just the names that come out. It's
somebody actually won a car one year. We had a car as the prize one year. We've had title bout as a prize. We've had lots of different prizes.
That's crazy. No, it's great, and you guys, that's a 2-day event, isn't it? Is that you do that for the whole weekend, don't you? We didn't, unfortunately. This past March, the power box went off in the building. Literally, we set the building on fire. Like right after the show, the power box went off, set the roof on fire. That's crazy. God, glad nobody got hurt.
No, nobody got hurt, thankfully, and they fixed it, but it took them about 2 weeks to repair it.
So that 2-day event was just cut into one day because of that?
Yeah, it ended up just being Saturday night. Yeah, we had Michael Elgin and Braden Marshall. We had the world title on the line. Greg Anthony, who's still our champion, the Golden Boy, took on Ty Tyson in a bull rope match. We had everything you could think of, man.
Oh, Ty Tyson, great talent, great worker, just great person all around. He's been put through the ring here at AIWF. But he's dealt with a lot of shenanigans there. Him and Mickey Fulp, they've been getting into it, man. Yeah, they've been going at it. And Mickey Fulp, another great talent. Put him over for a little bit. Yeah, he's part of the Sioux crew. Well, he was, but him and Joey had a bad breakup. Yeah. But Fulp, former cruiserweight champion until he broke his damn ankle, and then also former half of the tag champions with Joe Harrison, who he feuded with for a while. So I'm glad to see him coming up and doing things. He's just crazy talented as well.
Yeah, I mean, we have the great. I mean, let me talk about some of my champions. Like I said, I mentioned Clara, who's our women's champion. We mentioned Victor Andrews, the shoe fight champion. Kevin, the TV champion. The current world champion, Golden Boy Greg Anthony. He's been doing it 25 years, trained by the late great Bobby Eaton. I mean, he's defended the belt. He just defended the belt in St. Louis last weekend. He's defended it twice this weekend in Dyersburg and Ripley, Tennessee. He's a good talent. Let's see. My national champion right now is Superstar Steve Fender, trained by Harley Race himself. He's a great. He also toured with Japan as Superstar Steve for Noah back in the day. Our America's champion just changed hands actually Tuesday night. King Kizzy, the Royal Prince of Nigeria, defeated Jay Sharp, who lost at the Crockett Cup. He was pinned by Mr. Camacho at the Crockett Cup. That's what I said. Every time I put a belt on somebody, Billy books him. So I must be doing something right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
My cruiserweight champion, the former NWA champion that got screwed over, Barrett Brown. Barrett Brown's a wonderful talent based out of Texas. He's touring the UK coming up next month. Yeah, he's defending the belt in the UK next month in London. Yeah, we got the deathmatch champion, Sean O'Reilly. Sean's feuding with I Am the Provider. It's been a crazy feud across like not Wisconsin, but across Wyoming, Colorado, Montana. They've been shedding blood, and the Provider even stole the belt and took it to Ontario, Canada.
What? Wow. So he's technically international. Technically, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he stole the belt and took it and defended it in Ontario for our partner promotion, Death Proof Fight Club, one of the top deathmatch companies in the world.
Wow. Like you're mentioning so many talents and so many matches. I gotta ask: is there a match that stands out to you that's your favorite, or the one that kind of stands out as a huge moment in AIWF history?
Honestly, I always like watching my buddy Drew Game wrestle. Unfortunately, he passed away about 3 years ago from a heart attack, from a massive widowmaker. But he's one of my best friends, and he was just if you look him up on YouTube, he's just entertaining. 6-time AIWF World Cruiserweight Champion, Tag Champion, America's Champion. I mean, just a heck of a talent.
Right.
That's awesome.
All right.
no.
So where can everybody follow you or follow AIWF's, any social medias, everything you got?
Yeah, just AIWF Wrestling. It's easy to find on social media. I mean, everybody's got Google nowadays. Type in AIWF Wrestling. You can find us. It's not hard, guys. Find me at Matt Classic. Send me a message. I answer people back. I mean, I talk to 100 people a day, but that's what it is.
Yeah,
The nature of the beast. Yeah,
definitely. Because we're getting ready to cover the local independent scene we have coming up here, including our appearances. If you want to stay, you can. Or we can just chat with you after the show. It's up to you, my man.
Yeah, just give me a holler, guys. I appreciate being on the show, and I'd love to come back. And also told you I sent a lot of guests your way. I just sent out probably 20 messages about your podcast just today, so you should have people contacting you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Actually, yeah, it was a post he posted. I shared it. And I'm like, hey, I'm more than happy.
And I just invited everybody on my list to your page, so I would assume you're going to get at least 100 page likes by the end of tomorrow.
Well,
there you go.
Let's hope that
one
works.
hand washes the other. We talk AIWF,
really
we get more
appreciate
views
that.
and shares, and us too. That's awesome. That's how it should be.
I'll send you a message when we go off air. Just click that invite. We'll bring you back into the room and have a couple business discussions after that.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Hey, you
too, man. Thank you.
All right,
dude, he's a historian.
Dude, this guy
that man is an encyclopedia, and a Rolodex of names and people.
He's into so much shit. Like, here's the thing: how can you put your hands into that many fires at one time and not come back with nubs? I don't get it. The fucking dude is out there. But that's the thing. You got to be out there in this business, number one. But this guy,
that's what drew me to him when I first met him. Like, it was just kind of like, he was like he's weird kind of like, is he real? Is he not real? Who am I talking to? Because like his Facebook page doesn't really show much, but when I finally get to the show and I get introduced because of Natalina Corvino, it's like, oh, that's the guy. Okay, cool. And then it just went from there. And I had no clue how much he does and how he gets involved in this stuff. That's amazing. That is awesome,
dude. It is something. It is something up there. Phil Stamper chimed in to say, Mickey, I guess I also like Joey Harrison. And then Mike Emerson chimed in. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Dude, we got a ton of shit coming up on the horizon, so let's get into that. Here's your local indie coverage and our future appearances. 4-way elimination tag title matchup. AWL's first ever tag team champions will be crowned this Friday night. That's tomorrow night in Chester, South Carolina. Shout out to Action Packed Wrestling in Chester, South Carolina for hosting that one. This is you.
This is me. This is going to be WrestleMania 3 coming to you from the Rat Rod Hot Rod show in Clayton, North Carolina. It's going to be an awesome show. It's going to be pretty much outside. You're going to be seeing a bunch of awesome cars.
You muted. What did you do?
That's weird. Hey, can you hear me now? That was weird.
Yeah, I can.
All right. Anyways, WrestleMania 3 come out. It's going to be in Clayton, North Carolina. It's a huge event. It's an amazing event with cars and amazing vendors, food. But the biggest thing is the wrestling show that we put on every single year. This is courtesy of Strong Style Pro. You have an amazing lineup here. I think I actually have some other posters I put in there regarding this show as well. But you have the All-Nighters Tag Team Champions. You have the SSP Internet Champion that's going to be revealed is now you have Audrey Allen versus Mila Johnson is one of the first matchups that has been announced here. We also have James Harris who's going to be there. The Billy the Ripper is going to be there. It's going to be a crazy day of wrestling. Don't miss out.
Right on. Now, as I am going through the rest of June 1st, move whatever flyers you got to move to where they go for the days. Good job. Because I'm going to talk about Ring of Fire Wrestling Champions of Fire 2 taking place. You have got to get rid of this banner, man. This is going to be at the Clark Jr. Rec Center in Hickory, North Carolina. That is Saturday, June the 1st, 6 p.m. Doors open. Bell time is 7. Your main event for that show, Ring of Fire Heavyweight Champion Scotty Brooks defending against Frankie Kazarian. TNA legend himself coming to North Carolina trying to score some gold. I will be at this show, the Norton Lewis Memorial, which we got new matches to talk about, as well as I do need to cover one other thing for Ring of Fire. Next Wednesday night, we have a preview show for Ring of Fire. It's already been scheduled out. And so we'll have preview, talent, predictions. We'll have the whole gambit going on with Ring of Fire next week. That's next Wednesday. Now, June the 1st is also this Norton Lewis Memorial. And we are trying to we're trying to cover everything as much as we can. The Norton Lewis Memorial, dude, is going to be insane. Right now, I have got pictures for, I think, 8 matches. And there's more. There's going to be more matches than this. So I'm just going to
come just through keeps growing and growing, huh?
Lodi and Caleb Connolly, Cooper Housley, and Chris Vallow. I am really excited for this matchup. This is one of the ones I am freaking ready for. I want to see these two big hosses throw down. Randy Wayne versus Merck. I can't wait to see how Randy Wayne is doing. Randy Wayne is in some of the best shape he's been in his life as an adult. So I'm really excited to see what him and his old nemesis Merck have going on. Plus, there was something about a bombshell surprise. I have no idea what that means, but I think I have a clue.
Bombshell.
Chase Emery, Santana Jackson. Santana Jackson, the Vegas showman himself, is coming in, and he's going to give one of the top guys in the Carolinas a run for his money. It is entertainment versus wrestling. And this right here, this is going to be fun. I am genuinely looking forward to this match as well. Suicide versus Peterbilt. So you got TNA legend Suicide versus Peterbilt. That's going to be an interesting clash right there. Peterbilt's got the size and the strength. He might be able to just squeak on by old Suicide. The other guys versus Kid Kush and Nikki Chooch. Don't know much about Nikki Chooch. I've got to do my homework on this kid before the show. But Kid Kush, I've seen him in the past. This kid's insane. We've had him on the show before, if I'm not mistaken. These two guys teaming up against the other guys is going to be something to catch. No doubt about it. Don Furio defending the AWL Championship against Vere Morales. This is going to be something to see. Vere Morales, the Mexican rock star, this dude is fantastic in the ring. Don Furio, how he's not on TV yet is surprising to me.
Agreed.
Guy's got everything. Crucifix versus Ken Magnum. This right here, these two dudes have done this a lot. These two dudes have fought in the past. They have spilt blood in more than one state. I can't wait to see what they're going to do at the Norton Lewis Memorial. This is you.
This is me, June 1st, later that afternoon. I'm going to be in King, North Carolina for FWA Foothills Wrestling Alliance and American Lucha Wrestling presents Vengeance. If you haven't been to any of these shows here in King, North Carolina, you're missing out on some awesome matches. You have the likes of Audrey Allen, Seth Burns, Duke O'Connor, Baby Lotion, King No Joke, Mr. Chris Price in the front here. It's been crazy, and they also are now having this. If you haven't heard, a new talent initiative where they have these contests at the beginning of the show, and whoever wins gets to move on in this new talent initiative, eventually becoming a full-on talent on the show. There's been issues behind the scenes because of a certain faction has not been happy with how they've been being treated. But you should definitely check out to find out more about this later in King, North Carolina at Chestnut Grove Middle School.
Hell yeah. Now, coming up the very next day, our friends over at USA Main Event Wrestling. If you need to get information on how to get into this seminar, that's where you go. USA Main Event Wrestling in North Carolina. This is going to be an Austin Aries seminar. I think there are 5 or less than 5 spots remaining for this. Talent scouts from multiple promotions will be there. So you have the ability to not only learn from one of the best, but get booked and make money. So you could, in theory, pay your 40 to be in this seminar and walk out with more money. That's not a bad deal. This is how we do business here. This is a great opportunity for people.
That's the second.
Yep, that is the second. This is you.
Saturday, June 15th, Eden, North Carolina. Insurgents Pro Wrestling makes their second show debuting here. You have Taylor Bruins versus Nate Burnham. And TDT, the Zenith are going to be there. Trey Tucker versus Mike Robinson. It's going to be amazing. Look, you have the Wave making their appearance. You have Baby Lotion coming back. And from what I've been told, I think some other talent might be showing up. Who's on the show right now? But we'll see. You have to see. The only way to see, you have to come out on June 15th. Insurgents Pro, Eden, North Carolina. Come out. It's going to be a good time.
We got to work on your ability to tell what days are what. Hang on. You can get to that one when we get to the 15th because we're at the 7th currently. So Birthday of Champions is coming up the 7th and the 8th. This is going to be in Marietta, Georgia. Your boy will be there. I believe both of us will be there. The bad boys of podcasting will also become the bad boys of commentary and ring announcing and side stage interviews. I think we're going to be wearing many hats.
It's going to be a fun, long weekend.
It's going to be a fantastic weekend.
And from what I hear, he's keep adding days now. He's going to be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday deal.
Yeah, it's going to be more to it from what I understand as well. And this is why, because there's so many legends coming out that there's so many people going to be there. We had to have another day.
Pat Miller, Coco Beware, Sergeant Slaughter, Jake the Snake, Sabu,
Princess Victoria, Cowboy Bob, Just Incredible, Buff Bagwell, Abdullah, the Butcher. It's nuts. And then look, your guy, Josh Martin's going to be there.
He's going to be there. The voice of Majin Buu, Fat Boo himself, is going to be there. I'm hoping he comes on with commentary with us.
Well, I got an extra microphone just in case he shows up. I have an extra mic just for him if he shows up. So we can go with that. Coming up Saturday, June the 8th as well. This will be XWW Extreme Warfare. It's a TV taping at Small Bar in Stallings, North Carolina. So that's right there in Matthews. Guys, if you're in the North Carolina area and you're not coming down to Georgia with me, be sure you're at Extreme Warfare for XWW. It's going to be a great show.
Do it. Speaking of more Eden, North Carolina, BWA is going to be coming back June 22nd, Saturday in Eden, North Carolina. This is the first matchup that they have announced so far. Luke Fury versus Morgan Dash. That's going to be an amazing matchup. That's going to be a crazy matchup. I actually just heard, I think there'll be a couple tag teams showing up as well, but that's the first officially announced matchup. And that's going to be in Eden, North Carolina. there'll be more surprises, more drops in the matches coming up on that. So don't miss out on
Very
that.
cool. Here you go.
June 15th in the good old DMV in Fairfax, down the street from Mama Davin's house. Little River Turnpike at the JCC. MATW makes their return to Northern Virginia, and they have a stat card. They have Doug Delicious coming back, O'Shea Edwards, Chase Emery making his debut. Preston Quinn, of course, is going to be there. Blade Brown, Ace Montana, C.W. Anderson, Rhett Titus, and more. Apparently, we also have the likes of Amanda Kiss and Audrey Adlin will be there on the show as well. They also have other matchups. Stick around. Once we get that more information, we'll be putting that here on the Wrestling Wire.
Yep. And also on the 15th, if you're in the South Carolina area, you want to come on out to This Show Is for Everyone. This is a benefit show for the South Carolina School for the Deaf and the Blind. So you've got Pro Wrestling Union junior heavyweight title on the line. Christopher Prince defending against Stephen Meeks. There's a women's match. Lindsay, Lexi Steele. That's going to be awesome. God's Gift World title match. Breezy, Sanson, and James Self-Standard. There's also a 3 blind draw series 8-man tag elimination matches. It's going to be nuts. We will get a lot more information about this show. Actually, June the 4th is theirs, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're covering them June the 4th. And then, I forgot to mention, so we have a live show on the 4th and the 5th and the 6th of that week.
Yep.
Yep. So 2 weeks in a row, you got 6 shows out of us. 2 weeks in a row, 3 each week. Crazy. June 4th, we are covering the this show is for everyone. June the 5th, we're covering the Birthday of Champions show for that weekend. But man, look, Lindsay and Lexi Steele, God's Gift ladder match, and the junior heavyweight championship match. Meeks and Prince. This is going to be some good stuff, man. We already covered that one because you had it out of date. July 13th, AWL going back to Union for Justified. Details will be announced at a later time. Kingdom Clash, Friday, July 19th for XWW.
Hey,
the
Dan
debut.
the Dad.
Dan the Dad.
That's awesome.
Friday, July 19th. Dude, this is going to be insane. Oh, and we announced today that June the 20th, we're going to be doing our ticket giveaway as part of Parade of Champions. Cole Maccabee is joining the show on June 20th.
Hey, I like that guy. He's awesome.
I do too. He's a great person to work for, a great person to work with, man. Bubba Amick Promotions, Pro Wrestling Union come together. There are sponsorship opportunities still available. And Parade of Champions. Look at that flyer.
Do you have the flyer for that? For how can they get on? How can they win those tickets, Ron?
So, well, the rules have already been explained twice, but I'll explain them again. I've written them out twice, so that way there's no misconceptions.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What will happen is this. Cole Maccabee's going to be on air.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be on air.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point in time, I'm going to say the first message to the Wrestling Wire podcast Facebook group in the Facebook Messenger of that podcast page.
Mm-hmm.
The first message that says 2 or 4 wins that number of tickets. If it's 4, one winner, game over, done. First one. The rules is that they got to be following Pro Wrestling Union and the Wrestling Wire in order to qualify to win tickets. If we go and look and you're not following us, I'm sorry about your luck.
You have to make sure you check off all those boxes.
You got to be following us.
Follow us, the Wrestling Wire podcast. Follow me. Follow him.
Yep, you got to follow everybody. Now, the other trick of the trade is this, and this is where it gets really interesting. Let's say the first person chimes in the number 2. That means that there is still 2 tickets available, and I get to give a second set away to a second set of winners for 2 tickets. So, how's it going to pan out? We'll find out. You can get 2, you can get 4. But if you just tell me you only need 2, I get to give it away twice. So it's
Well,
even
wouldn't
more
that be
fun for us.
nice?
That's even more fun. That is it. That is all of our local indie cover. What is this?
Oh, that was Strong Style Pro. The school has officially opened for Lion Kai Strong Style. It's the wrestling school for Strong Style Pro Wrestling.
Oh, okay. So you just added a picture with zero context. So.
Sorry, it was supposed. I thought I moved it. This is. Sorry about that.
Oh, it doesn't need to be here.
It was supposed to be up higher with everything else, so that's my bad. So the school literally just put in the ring in today, from what I've been told, and they will be opening up classes for Kachakan wrestling, some jujitsu, some MMA, wrestling as well. Just all of it encased into the Lion Kai Wrestling Dojo. So if you're near the area, I definitely would go check it out.
Right. All right, man. Well, that is it for the show. Do you have anything else you want to discuss? Are you good? I think I'm good.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate all of you. It's been real. It's been fun. And hell yeah, it's been real fun. Thus proclaimed me. And you know what? No. You didn't proclaim it. I proclaimed it. That's why it's thus proclaimed. I proclaimed.
You hear this, Lorenzo? You hear this shenanigans?
Yes. All the shenanigans. I want all the smoke. That's why we're ending the show, because I want more smoke. Anyway, listen. You know what? You guys know where we're going to be. You know where the local appearances are. You know where indie wrestling is. And you know to follow us to find indie wrestling in this region. So I think we'll see you somewhere. I know where I'll see you. Do you know where you'll see him? Pretty sure that
Lorenzo says at the Indies.
Oh, Lorenzo said at the Indies?
Yeah, he's like, we're at the venue. Where are you?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Yeah. I'll see you at the Indies too. Take it easy, guys.